We're going to read The Day the Lines Changed, an inspiring story about a line, a pandemic, and how change shapes us all. So, this is a really simple, good book that is going to help us learn a little bit about the pandemic. And it's going to explain how you see how straight these lines are and they get a little crooked. And that's sort of like when you get sick. You're feeling really, 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 really good. Oh, and then you're not feeling good. But you always feel well again. And there are different ways that we can implement, like wearing a mask, washing our hands, coughing and sneezing into our elbows, that can help us prevent not feeling well. The Day the Lines Changed. The author and the illustrator is Kelly Donner. What color do you see? Green. The green line was a happy line. I wonder what made him so happy. She lived with her mom and dad and her sister and her brother. The grandmother lived with them too. Having a hard time turning the pages today. She went to school, and on the weekends her family went to the town square. Then one day, some of the orange lines in town became crooked. And then it also happened to the purple lines. The green family was worried they might become crooked as well. Fortunately, most of the lines who became crooked were able to straighten out again. Unfortunately, many older lines became so crooked that they fell apart. Wow, so they were sick and they got better, but some of the lines were not able to get better. The lines weren't sure what to do. In order to protect the older lines from becoming crooked, they decided to stop meeting altogether. The children were no longer able to go to school, and the town square was empty. What are other places that you're not able to go? Okay, I know we can't go to the beach. We can't go to some museums. Sometimes kids don't go to the grocery store with their parents anymore, or to the toy store. And that is so that we don't get sick. The green line was worried. Would their lives ever be the same again? I think this is a question that everyone is asking. Will we ever be able to go back to school, to the movie theaters, to the zoos? But then something exciting happened. One line made a spot which stopped the lines from becoming crooked. Soon all the lines wanted to get a spot. The lines got in a line. The younger lines let the older lines go first. So these spots, they could be like masks. That's why we're wearing masks. Why we're washing hands, to protect everyone. The green line could go to school again, and on the weekend her family went to the town square. So now, even though we don't have medicine that makes us feel better, like a vaccine, we can still carefully participate in the world again by wearing our mask. So you still might go to the park, you put a mask on. You can go to school, you put a mask on. The green line was happy again. The end. I think something important to remember looking at this book too is that some kids are going to go back to school and some kids aren't. And that can be hard for us to understand and to be okay with, because I know that a lot of children like to go to school, a lot of teachers like to go to school, and this can be really hard to only see each other through the computer. Um, and that is a personal choice for families. So some of your mommies and daddies might say, we have to stay home because that's what's going to keep us the safest. Some families have to go to school because that's going to keep their families the safest. Um, and and that's okay. Everyone has their own comfort level with this. And um, we've read the other book, The Masked Ninja, and that reminds us to be kind. And so we need to be kind to each other, and we need to think about different ways of being with each other. So think about how you can hang out with your friends through Zoom. Maybe you can go to the park together and have a picnic, but not sit close to each other. You can sit far apart from each other. And I know that at our school, we're giving you a lot of opportunities to see us on Zoom, especially on Fridays. So we just hope that those are things that you enjoy doing with us and continue to do with us while we continue to figure out how we're going to be in our new world. Thank you.